Skidsteer running just front tires only chains right now in the winter. As you can see, grip is not a problem at all. Once you get some chains on there, no chains, it's obviously a disaster. Skidsteer, average normal tires for going, you know, on all-terrain ground are terrible in the snow. But once you get some chains on there, traction, no issues at all. I use a skid steer to plow all winter long, and right now I just have a bucket on it because we're actually in between jobs right now, kind of what we're doing with the machine, but I'm just sort of moving some snow around. But as you can see, no issues with traction. Again, that's just with 2 chains. Just on the front. The back have nothing on them. Still no problems at all. You can plow right through, you know, thick stuff. This stuff here is probably a foot thick or so. And I mean, it'll just, like, even with the bucket down a bit to scoop up some snow, it'll just plow right through it. As you can see, the snow building up there in front of me. It'll just plow through it like nothing. You know, that's pretty deep where we're at here. And no problems at all. No issues. I did debate on getting a track loader instead. But the skid steer, just for one, they're a lot cheaper. And for what I'm using it for, it's just a lot easier to use the skid steer with chains on it. We get quite a bit of snow here, so yes, this is a digging bucket, which no, that is not good for snow. But as I said, I'm just sort of moving some piles around. Today, we got a bit of snow last night. I'm going to attempt to go into the back here, which is very, very deep, but don't know if I'll be able to video that while I'm driving, just because it's going to be pretty sloppy. But I wanted to bring some compost out to the back there today, so yeah, we'll see if we can make it through there. This is a Kubota SSV 65. It's not a big machine, but you know what? It does the job. I can lift 1,800 pounds up off a truck, no problem, up in the air, you know, with the fork nice and high. Nice thing about the Kubota, you got, so this is a 65. This is a fairly well equipped machine. So we've got radio there for your tunes. We've got heat. There's heating elements everywhere. We've got AC. This thing's freezing cold in the summer in here. It's such a small space. This thing also has 2 speeds, so it is you know, you can kick it into high speed. It's also got soft ride, which is the KSR, Kubota soft ride, which basically what that does is when your bucket's up in the air, if you got something in it, you can hit that button, and now that bucket, I don't know if you probably won't be able to tell if there's nothing in there, but that bucket will kind of freely bounce around by itself, creating a lot smoother ride than the machine is. Yeah, you're not really gonna be able to tell, but getting a lot smoother ride than what the machine's gonna do, because of the fact that it's basically, what it's basically doing is it's allowing the bucket, let's see if we can get it on film. See there how it kind of bounces? So it's gonna allow the bucket to freely bounce up and down. So if you're carrying something that you're trying not to spill while the machine is going crazy, bouncing up and down. The bucket will stay nice and smooth. Obviously, you guys know what these things look like outside, so I don't need to teach you anything there. Yeah, it's a good machine. This thing is pretty unused because we mostly just use it for unloading trucks, and we use it for plowing snow, so it gets used in the winter, and you know, periodically in the summer, hauling stuff back to the back, stuff like that. We did buy it used, so we found a really good deal. It was actually came out of the oil patch. They had used it in Alberta to unload trucks in a yard in the winter, so there's very little use on it, and which meant the machine was really in good shape. That's how the doors open on the Kubota, obviously, so you get full access in and out, which is super nice. This is really deep back here, but gonna give it a shot anyways. So this gate is very, very broken, as you can tell. It's a job for another time to fix that thing. As you can see, chains on the front, not on the rear. This snow back here is thick. I mean, you're probably not going to be able to tell, but it's pretty thick. So I'm gonna go take a little boot back there in this thing without anything in the bucket, just to see if it makes it. We will try to film this, but I'm just using my phone here, so it's gonna be questionable. But as you can see with these chains, I mean, this thing just goes. This is basically just grass we're driving on right now in the backyard, and this is deep. Oh, I got stuck. The nice thing about a skid steer is if you ever get stuck, you can kind of just back up because all of the weight's on the back, and you can kind of just give her a second try. If you don't make it going forward, you can usually spin around and still make it going backwards. So, I mean, that's a nice thing, right? Skid steers will go a lot of places that a tractor won't go. Skid steers will lift a lot that a tractor won't lift, but obviously a tractor has rear implements, which a skid steer does not. So if you're doing hay or something like that, tractor's your best friend. Pulling a plow, tractor's your best friend. But for us, like, we moved the skid steer around to job sites, so it kind of made sense not to get a tractor and to just get a skid steer. But yeah, this is deep back here. Yeah, she just goes right through it with these chains on there, and she just paddles right through it. So anyway, just a quick little rundown of the winter operations here with the Kubota. Yeah, this thing's awesome. You don't need to get a Kubota, you can get anything, Bobcat, whatever. But Kubotas are a half decent price and pretty available. I also find that it seems like a lot of contractors use Bobcats, so you're getting sometimes more often the homeowners with the Kubotas, which just means they're more lightly used. Anyway, guys, that's about it for today. That wraps it up. Have a good day.